Hi everyone, great news today. As I opened my emails this morning, I saw the final of 6 Shadowdark zines, the official ones, have just been released. It's not number 6, the City of Masks, which I've already covered here. This one is number 5, and I haven't had a look at it yet, but we are going to go through the PDF quickly here today, sort of live. It's just released the last 24 hours. I mean, we've seen the original zines and how fantastic they are, and anyone who has been backing the Western Reaches sort of campaign setting are getting 3 new zines. What's in store for us with number 5? We're going to have a quick, fast, fun look through this, get a reaction, and see if you want to back it late maybe. Here we go, everyone. The Curse Scroll Shadowdark zine number 5, Dwellers in the Deep. We are immediately met by these bat-like, blood-sucking insects. I don't know what size they are, but they might be as large as dogs, and we're all doomed. I hope so. Let us delve further. And immediately we are met with a hex scroll. Now what I'm assuming here is that this is a subterranean kingdom with all these keyed locations, and we have to crawl through to all of them. It's probably at quite a large scale. It's not a case of, honey, I shrunk the bard. I don't think that is the adventure's intention. We're not in an anthill. This is real. A miniature hex scroll featuring Morzomotha. Endless stone, eternal night. Morzomotha crawls on and on in a bleak darkness that promises only death and madness. This labyrinthine abyss hides inhuman societies, forbidden knowledge, and banished gods cast down from the sunlit world. Few who enter here ever escape, and fewer still are left sound of body and mind. Explorers who succumb to madness become the known. Lost souls left to roam the depths. Yet the darkness calls to some, and these adventurers cannot resist seeking out Morzomotha's secrets. Beautiful. Lots of flavor there, we know. We've had the big city, now it's a deep, deep, dark dungeon delve. Are you guys up for it? Sounding great so far. Rumors, encounters, all the rest we need. Here's the contents. It's again 68 pages, basically the same as all the other zines, same amount of value. An introduction, not going to read all of this, but it seems like a focus on Shadowdark. Promise of death. Know the darkness. Shadowdark called Morzomotha, subterranean region. Spot on. We guessed correctly. Don't drop your torch. Here, it's going to be a lot more relevant than in the city, right? Where the Shadowdark isn't everywhere. Torch timers are back. Met with a beautiful, great piece of old school artwork. Love how this party's looking. And here we get to characters. The endless eternal darkness, harmless. Look at me. I'm doing perfectly fine. Glort, three-eyed human weirdling. I suppose 3 eyes do help. We have some new classes. The Delver, steely-eyed explorers who delve the forgotten places of the earth. They always have the right tool or know how to get out of a jam. Just going to scan through this very quickly. Seems like the main thing here is the scavenger talent. When you expend a consumable item, you can roll a d6, and on a 5 or a 6, it's not expended. So you're good at scavenging and having backup things in your backpack, and you know how to get things. Classic cheesy artwork. The Weirdling class, for those who have been called down into the dark, have listened to the gibbering of vile abominations, and have felt the rapturous presence of the lost, walking with them in the abyss. So, hideous biology, you seem to have some deformities that might give you special powers. You get a corruption talent, and here we go. Amongst these, like number 5, a dorsal hump, you permanently gain more HP. This person looks like a Call of Cthulhu villain, but you get to play them, and in the darkness, you might be more normal than the rest of us, land-dwelling folk. New titles for our characters, of course, always lovely for flavor. Those new spells. I'm not going to show all the spells because last time I did show most of the book. We'll just go to one of our favorites. Feeble Mind is back. The old classic. Maybe we can go there. Here we go. Classic Feeble Mind tier 5 wizard spell with a great illustration to match it. A wizard pointing at the guy going, the only wisdom is knowing you know nothing. And he gets very wise and enlightened. A couple more pages of spells. Between all these 6 zines, definitely we have quite a lot of interesting ones. And a beautiful illustration here instantly reminds me of Sailors on the Starless Sea from DCC, if anyone's played that. Comments down below if you have. Beautiful subterranean old school vibe here that I really enjoy. Some new gear, classic things you'll need to survive in the dark, glow paste, I suppose, to like have breadcrumbs and show where you've gone already, I don't know. Quick description of what these new things do, great new artwork, and a scary looking monster, Morzomotha. This is not the sunlit world. Everything here lives and dies in darkness. Remember that. Elf Delver. This is just a big, scary mega dungeon. Travel in Morzomotha. Morzomotha is a lightless system of caves and tunnels far below the surface of the world. Vast cathedral caves are as common as cramped, claustrophobic tunnels. Lightless rivers surge through prehistoric caverns, and even a black and cursed ocean crashes within Morzomotha's belly. That was the water we saw earlier. Okay, it's a whole kingdom and subterranean ecosystem with climate and chittering of something. Let's press on. And here we have the actual hex key with so many little entries, with a moth hive, the spiral wailing tunnels, a miasma, mouth of Yao. Sounds epic. Not going to show all of these. I mean, who doesn't want to go to the abyss? A thundering waterfall blasts out of the edge of a broad sinkhole filled with hazy mist. Reclusive brain-eaters dwell within and worship the Nautiloid Mother, an antediluvian goddess from time before time. Oh, this is great. This is so much flavor and cool ideas. There's a Medusa den, an ancient altar, library of Yang, and a picture of something waiting in the dark, getting ready to ambush you, or maybe at last you've found love. Some new monsters, not going to show them all, but there's a couple of pages of new monsters from what I can tell. A towering grey-green frog beast with fangs, 4 flaming eyes and rubbery bones. It can squeeze its slimy dragon-sized bulk into narrow spaces. You can't even hide from these things, even if you can see. They might be in the crevices waiting to pounce. Exciting times for my players, right? Fantastic artwork once again. I'm going to keep saying that because they really are fun and cool and beautifully illustrated. The Ghoulish Library of Leng, an 8th level adventure for Shadowdark RPG. I don't know if they've done 8th level yet in the official zines. That is brilliant. And I've seen the pictures though, because it came with the PDF, and this is quite a mega dungeon, not mega dungeon, but it has 64 keyed locations, something like that. We'll see later if I'm right. Keyed locations, different factions, that's what we want, not just go out and kill stuff. You can negotiate with things, you can fool things, you can sneak past them. You have to be inventive and creative to solve puzzles and get yourselves to treasure, which is what actually makes you advance in this game. The Library of Yang, the order of battle, entrances and exits. Okay, great. There are a couple of options here. A rumors table, I absolutely love. Always need these. And here we start at level 1 with random encounters and a Kraken gate. I've always wanted one. Love it. A guard room, a gargoyle roost, waiting room. I'm not going to go into all of these. Arguing deep ones. Yeah, why do monsters always just team up and go against you? Maybe someone in their faction has some ideological differences and maybe you find them fighting and you can pounce on that or turn them against each other or who knows what. One carries a note written in elegant hand. Make sure that damned stingbat infestation has been eradicated. Great, they deal with problems down there as well. Makes them more human, you know what I mean. Emotionally more human. Monsters with their own motivations and problems. Great flavor here. It's not just a boring old cave complex. There are subterranean kingdoms here with their own aesthetics and ideas, and I love this. A hall of mirrors, an elixir storage, great. Sensory deprivation chamber, as if the actual dungeon wasn't bad enough for that already. A black void of utter silence lies beyond the threshold of the door. A thin red string emerges from the darkness along the ground. A library or something, altar of terror. And now we get to level 2, more random encounters. more fun times. All these tomes of old forbidden knowledge seems to be placed all around this as well. Books are in Draconic in this case. I don't even know what these entail, but it sounds very intriguing. And a nice refreshments chamber. That is really helpful. Dainty appetizers, an imp sort of guarding them, I suppose. Book of Angels as well, Black Orbs. Books of Immortals, so many of these cool books. Silent Reading Room, where you can no doubt go insane from reading forbidden knowledge. Quarters of the Deep Ones, great. Massacre Cave, not so great for my players. Time Dilation Zone. The air trembles with a subtly disorienting motion. Flickering shadows stutter and sometimes reverse their movements. Great, so even the environment can sometimes mess with time and your perception. This makes a dungeon more immersive and it's believable within the construct of what's been presented here. I love this. And the last page, I think, distant portals, Wendell's stables, giant slugs, beautiful. And that's a lot of dungeon rooms and definitely quite a few sessions that we can play through. And here's the picture. I don't know why it's not in a spread, but this is just level 1, and indeed this has over 20 rooms, a lot to get through, and at level 2 it goes all the way up to 64 total rooms. This is a big dungeon. Right at the end, the typical, you know, what do you loot when you search a body, look in a backpack, at the bottom of a frozen lake, who knows? You find something random like a language guide, learn one common language. That can be useful. Assassin skills, what I've always wanted. Let me know in the comments down below if this is what you wanted from a Shadowdark zine, a deep, dark dungeon delve where it's always dark, that really leans into the game's mechanics with some flavorful, you know, factions and locations and dark, twisted entities. And it's level 8, so it's gonna get really rough out there. Yeah, thanks for watching so far. Please consider subbing if you haven't. Anyways, thanks for watching the video. I really hope to see all of you here back very soon. Lots of words, don't know how to end video. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.